Have you ever wondered how ships are made? These massive structures that sail across the oceans are not just built overnight. Welcome to the fascinating world of shipbuilding, a world where steel, technology, and human ingenuity come together to create true marvels of engineering. Shipbuilding is an intricate dance of precision and expertise, where the margin of error is as thin as a razor's edge. Ships are not just huge pieces of floating steel. They're masterpieces that hold the power to cross the vast, unpredictable oceans. They are complex structures that require an army of skilled craftsmakers, engineers, and architects all working in perfect harmony. Imagine a jigsaw puzzle with thousands of pieces. Now picture each piece weighing tons and needing to be maneuvered into place with cranes and human strength. That's the level of complexity we're dealing with in shipbuilding. The process begins with a mere concept, an idea that is transformed into a detailed design. This design becomes the blueprint for a vessel that must withstand the harshest conditions the seas can throw at it, while carrying heavy cargo or hundreds of passengers. But it's not just about building a vessel that floats. It's about creating a ship that is efficient, safe, and sustainable. A ship that uses the least amount of fuel, emits the least amount of pollutants, and still performs its function flawlessly. This is the true art and science of shipbuilding. And the expertise required? It's not just about welding and riveting. It's about understanding the properties of materials, the principles of hydrodynamics, the intricacies of electrical systems, and the nuances of human comfort and safety. In essence, shipbuilding is a symphony of different disciplines coming together. It's a testament to human capability and the relentless pursuit of progress. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and in the process, shaping the world as we know it. So, are you ready to dive in? Because this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the captivating process of shipbuilding. Let's dive in and explore the captivating process of shipbuilding. Like any masterpiece, the creation of a ship starts with a design. Picture this: a colossal floating city capable of crossing oceans. All begins on a humble computer screen. Engineers armed with powerful software start sketching out the ship's blueprint. This isn't some doodle on a napkin. We're talking about a highly detailed plan that accounts for every bolt, every weld, and every square inch of steel. It's like putting together the world's toughest jigsaw puzzle, only the picture keeps changing with each new technological advancement or safety regulation. These blueprints are the ship's DNA. They tell us what it will look like, how it will move, and even how it will behave in a storm. They're a roadmap for the construction team, guiding them through the labyrinth of pipes, wires, and metal plates that will eventually become a ship. And once every detail is ironed out, every measurement double-checked, the blueprint is complete. With a blueprint in hand, the real fun begins. Now imagine building a giant Lego set, but instead of plastic, you're using steel. Welcome to the world of shipbuilding, where the game of construction reaches a whole new level. Here we're dealing with the formation of the ship's structure, or as we like to call it, the skeleton. This skeleton is essentially the heart and soul of the ship, the foundational structure that holds everything together. And how do we create this all-important skeleton? Well, it's a process that involves a lot of cutting, shaping, and welding. Think about it as if you were crafting a colossal sculpture, but instead of clay or marble, you're using steel plates. These steel plates are meticulously cut into precise shapes and sizes. No room for error here, folks. Next, the cut steel plates are shaped, bent, and curved to match the exact design specifications of the ship. Picture a blacksmith working his magic on a piece of metal, except here, the blacksmith is a team of skilled engineers, and the piece of metal is a gigantic steel plate. Finally, the shaped steel plates are welded together. The welding process is like the glue that holds our Lego set together, but in this case, it's a bit more complex and a whole lot hotter. As the skeleton takes shape, the ship begins to resemble the blueprint. And just like that, we're starting to see the birth of a ship, a giant of the sea. Once the skeleton is complete, it's time to make this steel giant functional. Outfitting, folks, isn't just about making our behemoth look good. It's about equipping it with everything it needs to sail the seven seas and beyond. Imagine dressing up for a winter hike. You don't just need a pretty coat, you need a whole ensemble. Thermal clothes, sturdy boots, a backpack filled with necessities. Similarly, outfitting a ship is like getting it ready for a long, adventurous journey. This phase is where the ship gets all its machinery and systems installed. It's a delicate balancing act of precision and attention to detail. Think of it as a game of Tetris, but with real, heavy, expensive pieces. The engine, the navigation systems, the electrical wiring, all have to fit together perfectly. And let's not forget about the interior fittings. From the captain's quarters to the ship's galley, every inch of space is utilized to its maximum potential. And it's not just about installing everything, it's about ensuring that everything works together in harmony. The lights need to turn on, the engine needs to purr, and the navigation systems need to align. Now, outfitting isn't just about transforming the ship from a steel skeleton to a functional giant. It's about giving life to an entity, transforming it from a mere structure to a living, breathing being. Outfitting transforms our steel skeleton into a living, breathing entity. Let's see how this transformation takes place in the next scene. After months of hard work, it's time for the ship to meet its maker, the sea. With the last coat of paint barely dry, the real test begins. This is the launch, where the ship is introduced for the first time to the water, its new home. It's like a baby's first steps, but with a lot more splashing. The launch is a grand spectacle, a culmination of tireless work and dedication. But don't be fooled, the journey doesn't end here. Far from it. The ship must now undergo rigorous testing and fine-tuning. Every cog, every bolt, every tiny piece of machinery is checked and double-checked. From the stability and high waves to the efficiency of the engine, nothing is left to chance. It's like a final exam, only this one can't be crammed the night before. Finally, when the ship passes all tests with flying colors, it's ready for its maiden voyage. And there you have it! From a simple design to a majestic vessel, that's the magic of shipbuilding.